Real quick. I'm gonna play this clip because Jay, you gonna love this, man, because I know you love dumbing on LeBron. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a LeBron hater. I don't love LeBron, but I don't hate on him like that. I respect his gangster and all that. But Isiah Thomas, I'm gonna play this clip real quick. Isiah Thomas basically called out LeBron James for going to shoot around, not practice. Not talking about a game. We're not talking about practice. What I was to say? Not practice.
Not practice.
Shoot around. We're not talking about practice. Talking about a shoot around.
It's the game. It's the
game.
Yeah.
It's a shoot around, not practice. What we talking about here? Nah, but he basically called him out for saying it's inappropriate and unprofessional for him to shoot around in a do-rag and no shirt on. I'm gonna play this clip. I thought this was kind of crazy. I thought this was kind of borderline picking on LeBron, but let's hear this clip real quick.
Chandler 1,000%. Like,
wrong clip. I'm wilding the fuck out. See, I gotta get my shit together.
Second part of our doubleheader tonight. LeBron James gonna play the game like this. Shirts and skins is what they're doing in that way.
I just totally 100% object to this. And if I was the GM or coach,
me too.
I would never let one of my players walk out on the floor looking like this. I mean, we are a professional NBA league. We ain't summer league. We ain't at the YMCA.
Listen, I think coaches got to go back to suits. I just mean.
Absolutely.
He said absolutely.
I just think
college and pro.
I just think the professionalism in our NBA league has diminished so much. And I look, I like LeBron. I'm a fan of his, so forth and so on. But to walk out on the floor before a game with no shirt on and shoot, I mean, come on, man.
So look, I'm gonna get my thoughts last on this shit. I'm thinking Isiah is kind of a little bit out of touch with our culture, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
That boy, that felon bumped his head, man.
And boy, let's take a shot, matter of fact.
Let's get to it. Yeah, let's get to it.
Because we're gonna go a little bit outside of the lines on this one. You know what I mean?
I can already see Jay. Jay look like he's armed.
We're gonna color outside. You know? Jay got a do-rag out right now. Jay want to put his do-rag on. He just ain't got no waves. Me and Jay ain't got no waves and shit.
It's under my ski hat.
Jay's about to do some company man shit. I can smell it. You know, I try to understand.
Peace out way of life. Salute.
Yo, peace.
I understand what Isiah is talking about. At the end of the day, he one of the guys.
Oh, we about to do some corporate. We about to get corporate Jay, or we gonna get blocked Jay? Well, let's find out.
We definitely not getting blocked, Jay. You should know that right now. Matter of fact, do me a favor and take off your glasses and your Scully. Put your tie on, nigga. Because I know exactly. I've been here before. Been here. Come on, let's have it.
All right, perfect segue. Jay, I'm gonna throw it to you. Is Isiah bugging on this shit, or is there some merit to what he's saying?
Listen, you know me, dog. There's some merit to what he's saying.
Rock called that shit, son.
Of course I did.
There's some merit to what he's saying. And it's for not reasons that y'all probably think, to be honest. It's not because of the being shirtless and none of that shit. The NFL does that shit all the time. And you'll see them run out, especially some of the players will come out in cold weather spaces and they'll go out there with no shirt on to try to acclimate themselves to the weather and things like that. So I'm not going to sit here and say that no shirt is like, motherfucker wasn't out there in his drawers, right? He wasn't like butt ass. So let's be realistic here. He didn't do any real damage. As far as from a professionalism and a standpoint, what the NBA is trying to create, here's what I'm going to say. And I'll make it quick. I don't want to make this long-winded. If I put LeBron James in the second tier, not because of his talent or his skill set. I have a couple of players that I put in the number one tier. Magic is there, Mike is there, Kobe is there. So those players are my number one. And right behind them at 1A, I'd put like the Shaqs, LeBrons, and so on and so forth. And AI. The reason why I bring up Shaq and AI.
You could AI there. We ain't talking about LeBron with no shirt on, but AI is in.
Oh, let me finish what I'm saying.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. Can we mute him or no?
No.
Yo, we gonna hit him like, remember Star back in the day? Shut his mic off. Remember that shit?
Shut his mic off, man. His fucking mic off. So yeah. So,
1,000 apologies.
So with that being said, I'm gonna say like AI is the one who they changed the whole entire dress policy because of AI. Realistically,
That's a fact.
They made people absolutely change the way they were dressing because of AI, and that shit was ridiculous. I wasn't with that at all. But with that being said, there's a level of professionalism that has to be maintained when it comes to what they're putting on the floor, and the NBA has to hold itself to a different standard. Not because of him just not wearing a shirt, just the overall look of it, the shirt and skin shit. That shit doesn't resonate right to the fan or to
But on the shoot around though.
But remember, he's on the court and the fans are in the stadium, in the arena at that point. This isn't just him by himself out there with just the team and the trainers. You have a half full arena at that point. If the cameras are in there catching it at that, that's before the game. The fans are in that building. Once the fans have an opportunity to have access to you, there has to be a certain level of decorum that I think you have to follow. I'm not that naive or that stuck on the moment like where you should be bashing LeBron and all and a fine. Come on, what are we talking about? We're gonna fine him. Just tell the guy, hey, listen, we don't appreciate that as a league. And LeBron is sharp enough and mature enough to understand that. LeBron knows what the fuck he's doing. Right now, this is LeBron's tour. LeBron is not, he's carried himself with decorum throughout the years. But LeBron has done a lot of, like on the line shit, and now I think he's like in his old man phase where he's like, yo, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. And I get it. He's threatening Stephen A on the sidelines. He's going on Pat McAfee midday and cursing like we curse on the show. All these things that he's doing is kind of to show you the human side of him because he's had to.
And he's above the game, man. He's above the fucking game. Let's be honest, man.
And he's had to keep that tucked away. The other part of it is too, LeBron James for probably one of the first times is not the best player in our league. He's not even, I don't think even top 5. There's much more talent in
but he's still the face.
He's still the face, but there's much more there's much more talent in the league. There are players that are better than LeBron James. He is not the best player in that league right now. There are several players that are better than LeBron James. Jokic is better than LeBron James. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is better than LeBron James. These guys.
Can you name 5 though right now? Let me see.
No, absolutely.
Luka is better than LeBron James right now. Maybe not defensively.
I don't know.
I'm going from an offensive standpoint only.
I don't know about Luka.
No, better is better. That's like saying
Luka's box office. Luka's box office.
And Luka get busy. All right, I'm gonna give you a 3. You said who'd you say again? Jokic, Shai, Luka.
I'd say
Jokic.
Okay.
No, name your 5.
Luka, Shai,
I'd say
Joker.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Antetokounmpo.
He's better than LeBron James. Okay.
You're gonna say he's not? Come on, guys.
You gonna go freak? You going freak? Okay, freak. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think to be honest, just off a skill set alone, I think KD is better than LeBron James at this point in their careers.
Nah, I can't give you that. I was alright with the other shit. Shit.
I'd say
I
KD.
can't give you KD though.
I'd say KD, and I still think Steph is better. Still think Steph is better.
I don't know about Steph.
You still got Anthony Edwards.
Edwards. I haven't even gone there, but you're right. Thank you.
You got John Morant.
John Morant is
Jason
somebody
Tatum.
we can look at. Jason Tatum. 1000%.
All right. Listen, I was cool with the little top 5. We're not gonna get crazy with this shit though. Even though this is not my podcast, I'm not gonna let this man go on a tangent to say dumb shit because I respect him too much. That this shit might get recorded and y'all.
We'll double back to that. We'll double back.
Later.
I don't want to have to explain to people because y'all might diss him and throw this out there that he said it, and then I'm gonna be getting. He's like, yo, your man bumped his head. I'm like, what happened? Oh, you was there. You heard what he said. I'm like, nah, he was joking. He was drinking. Yo, the fuck out of here, please. Please.
All right. We'll double back to that. Finish your point about Zeke and LeBron.
No. But with that being said, I'll pretty much leave it there. I think LeBron James at this point is really just trying to draw as much attention to himself as he can in the twilight of his career. I think he's having a good time with being a troll and, and creating little moments and areas of opportunity where people continue to talk about him because he's not the person that people are really talking about in LA right now. They're talking about Luka Doncic. I don't go fuck what nobody says. Luka absolutely has stolen that spotlight. And that is
we're gonna have to double back to this guy.
I'll leave it right there.
He's He LeBron hating it. I told you.
Yeah, because all right, we'll double back to that.
But
D, what's up?
let me just say,
D,
I just want to
it's on you,
piggyback
brother.
off what Jay just said. Like the NBA did this because they knew LeBron was out. The Lakers have to have a star player, right? So yes, he's definitely taking LeBron's spotlight, but it's on purpose.
Right. That's true.
He's on his way out, man. Like, so we need another star.
Long as there's Balco allegedly, he ain't going fucking nowhere. But
He gonna play till he's 98.
Yeah, as long as he got the cream. What was Shane Mosley and Barry Bonds putting on him? The cream or whatever.
The cream in the clear.
Yeah, the cream in the.
Yo, homie, use it. Yo, fucking LeBron smell like Tiger Balm.
The cream in the
Cream in the
clear.
clear. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shout out to Balco. Allegedly. I don't want to get sued. Nah, but
Russian Diana ball.
Yeah. You know, those are my guys. You know that. You know, get my hands on some of that shit.
but just in terms of do rag, no shirt on, is Zeke out of touch? I don't have a problem with it. What you think?
I think. All right, I'm gonna go with Jay. Like professionalism.
Yeah, we got corporate D.
I'm not mad at it, but I think it was a valid point. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like I agree with his point, but I think it was a valid point. You know what I mean? Like he's out there like. It's like shirt, like you said, shirts and skins. What is this, man? Like, put on your uniform, bro. We don't want to see your chest. Like, what are you doing out here, bro? Like, but put on your jersey. Even if you gotta have another jersey for game time, you get sweaty, whatever. You want to stay fresh. All right, come out with a practice jersey on or something. Like, not bare chest. Come on, bro. Like, what are we doing here?
Yo, but
when have you ever seen it? I'll give y'all one more thing before I
chest naked.
When have you ever seen that before in the league? AI didn't do that. Shaq didn't do. No one has ever come out for pre-games and like with the stadium filling up and been chest fucking naked, bro. Was he on Rikers Island?
But
what the fuck are you talking about? Yo, guys, think about what we're talking about. I don't care. I'm not opposed to it one way or the other, but we got to think about what we actually saw there. That's a first. He broke a record, right? Like he did. He broke the ice on something. And it's not, come on, bro. Like, this is still a fucking, like, remember, the mothers are the ones that pay for the tickets. If you win a mom, you win the motherfucking family. You win the household. Because the kids want to go see the game. The mother has to say yes. Who the fuck wants to see a guy? They can see that in their fucking neighborhood. Go down to the local park, see a guy with a do-rag on chest naked.
Well, maybe that's why he did it. He did it for the mothers.
Yeah, right. Knowing him.
Maybe. Rob, what up? Hold on, Q.
Man.
Oh God. Now this shit. Let me take it. Let me have them.
Yeah, let me get a shot. Let me get a shot.
Let me get octane.
What do you have
ready, guys?
Hey, friend. Yo, Q. I feel like the only person that's gonna kick with me in this is Q. So I'm fucking with Q right now. Jay, what do you have in your mug there? What's in that? What's in the mug?
I'm fucking with you too, my nigga. I'm fucking with you.
Thank you, my boy. Yo, thank you. Jesus Christ, yo, listen.
Let's go. Salud.
Peace.
Oh,
I'm gonna do this. Hopefully in 3 minutes or less.
Yeah.
No lie.
Hopefully.
Hold
on.
You. All right, so check it out. Two things first. Even if you guys are right with what Isiah Thomas has a point. He right message, wrong person to tell it. Isiah Thomas choked his fucking coach out on the fucking back in the NBA during a game during a timeout. This is Isiah Thomas who did that. You can't tell me about what professionalism is when
he was smacking bitches on the ass up in the Knicks offices back in the day.
That's one. So let's start there.
Good
Secondly, people pay for these tickets to have sooner access to see these guys on the floor, so forth and so on, right? But let's take it a step further. The NBA, in every one of their games, since forever, when you're saying LeBron James broke the mold on something, these motherfuckers go in there post-game while niggas is in their drawers with no shirt on and televise that to the world all the fucking time.
That's a good point.
All the time. That's never been a problem for the viewers. Like, if I got to see it at home, pre-game or post-game, what the fuck do I got a problem with? My kid came out here and LeBron James is shooting jump shots pre-game with no shirt on. But I don't give a fuck. My kid might have seen that at home, pre-game or post-game, either way.
Right.
Because why? Because we have access to these niggas in their locker room where they're not dressed anyway. You want to take it a step further? You look at the NFL. Some of these niggas been butt ass in the fucking shit with the cameras on, and how do you feel about? Nobody gives a fuck about that shit.
Yeah,
So,
that's when I tap out though. I go watch.
Yeah,
I watch Matlock reruns and shit at that point.
Put on Match or some shit.
Lebron and Shirley.
Put on Mash.
To keep my shit 3 minutes or less, right? Isiah Thomas is the wrong nigga to actually have that opinion if he actually has one. So he needs to shut the fuck up and enjoy the fucking show, right? And
I agree.
If the NBA really had a problem with that, then let's censor that in we've never seen one of our players on our product without their shirts on. They're always to be carried as such. But that is not the case. Point blank and period. That's televised daily. We can watch a game tomorrow night and you will see a nigga with no shirt on in a post-game interview, what have you, because they don't care. So I don't care if you got pre-access to the pre-game. Yo, if you got a problem to go to the concession stand while LeBron is shooting his threes, getting ready for a game, that shit is not really a big deal.
I agree. Didn't Dennis Rodman used to take off his shirt at the end of the game and chuck that shit into the fucking stands and all that?
At 10:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on April 14th, 2025, Ra has said an intelligent fucking I can't believe he said that, and that was actually sharp. That was actually fucking sharp, bro. That was a great fucking take.
I ain't gonna front. I'm with him on this take, but
that was a great take.
That was a good take.
That was a great take.
Q, what do you think? Chest naked? You like the chest naked niggas?
Oh shit!
Yeah, what the fuck?
Wow!
What we doing?
That's
Are you a chest naked nigga or are you a shirt nigga?
An immediate attack on Q. What's the response?
I'm fucking.
Yo, at the end of the day, man, is this a direct reflection of the NBA? I don't think so. I think it's a direct reflection of Adam Silver's authority in the league. You know, you can't blame LeBron.
You just stole my point. Go ahead. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yo, you can't blame LeBron. This is LeBron, bro. He's the dude who drafted his son. This is also the same man who hired his coach. Are you fucking complaining about him playing in his shirt with shirtless with a do-rag on? Like, come on, man. Like, yo, they know the NBA is turned into a youngin' sport now. Dudes just chucking threes and dunking on dudes like we've never seen before. This is not the same NBA. Come on, look at some of these dudes' outfits, man. Like, they be dressing like fucking women. like word up, like a drag queen show, like it's burlesque or some shit, man. Like, this shit is weird out there, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you don't want to like, you gotta yo tell these dudes to fucking actually wear some clothes that actually look proper, man. These guys is looking like a bunch of weirdos, man. You guys are complaining because homies shooting a basketball like what they never saw people playing fucking Park Drive East or you know what I mean, by fucking Flushing Meadow Park playing ball
West
like
Fourth, Rucker, all that.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, that's what it is, man. Like, it's part of the culture. Let's keep it a buck. But you know, I still think it's but like I said, man, it's LeBron's gonna do whatever he needs to do, and he don't give a fuck, bro. He's out of here. He's still the face of the NBA. Nobody stopped me when I drafted my son. Nobody said I told you I was gonna hire JJ Redick when we had a podcast, bro. Like, the dude got authority. You think he's really worried about what whoever's gonna say? Adam Silver can't even stop that shit.
So can I say something to that? So you said something very key. He's the face of the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the validity comes in, I think, with Isaiah's comment. Like, this is the face of the NBA. Do we want the face of the NBA wearing a do-rag and with his shirt off? Like, I guarantee if it was some other player and it wasn't LeBron, nothing would even be said about it.
So why would you say that, though? Well, if it were some other player, not LeBron, why would it not be okay?
No, I'm not saying it wouldn't be okay. I'm just saying he wouldn't have mentioned it. You know what I'm saying? Now, remember this. Isaiah said LeBron is the GOAT.
Yeah. But Isaiah
he did say that. But his animosity towards Mike, he's you know, his opinion is skewed.
That's animus. They tell me that's animus. That's animus.
Yeah.
That's not what he's saying that in spite of.
Yeah.
And Isiah Thomas, again, Isaiah choked my coach during a game. Thomas is only second to Latrell Sprewell. Latrell can't come out talking that shit. Nigga, Latrell shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
The only reason we even entertaining this conversation is because it's Isaiah fucking Thomas.
Yeah.
Latrell can't talk that shit. They be like,
one of the gods.
Mr. Professionalism himself when they walked off the court after the playoff.
I liked all that shit. I was fucking with that bad boy shit. Go ahead, my bad.
But again, You called it right, Dave. Mr. Professionalism. Kiss Mike. Kiss Magic in the mouth. Thomas. Fucking Isaiah. Post results. He kissed
I
Magic in the
forgot
mouth.
about
Post
on the
results.
cheek. But that shit was still some poor shit though.
Yo, how old is Isaiah? Is he
He
senile?
mouth kissed that man. He mouth
He
kissed
seems
that
a little
man
bit like something happened
after the
because
results.
What's going
Yo,
on?
Rod,
here?
that's a great point. I forgot about that finals kissing Detroit Lakers bullshit. Forgot about that. That was weirdo shit.
There's a lot
Shitted
of
on
weirdo
Adrian
shit.
Danley, got him traded for fucking what's the dude from Dallas? Mark
let's not
Aguirre.
forget,
Yeah.
He fucked the Knicks up too. He fucking
fucked the
came through
Knicks
and
up.
GM'd the Knicks up shit too. So fuck
Yeah.
Isiah Thomas. Yo, I hope y'all are recording. This is being recorded. Fuck Isiah Thomas. Shut the fuck up, Isaiah. Yo,
I ain't mad
Isaiah,
at that. I ain't mad at
shut
that.
the fuck up, Isaiah.
I think he's sick, man. Like
He
Like,
is, because he kissed
you
Magic
have-
in the mouth before Magic got to the
Yo, this shit is wild.
Yo, I was watching him last week. Like,
I love it. I love it.
Oh my god!
What's the show he's on? Like he does commentary, right? Like on the NBA, like with the repeat.
He got Bell palsy. He just caught
He
Bell
was like,
palsy. and shit.
"Oh,
Yeah.
is that what it is?"
Yeah,
All
he
right, I
got
take that
Bell
back.
palsy.
God bless
Yeah.
you. Like,
It's on-
Isaiah,
yo, he
Isaiah
was
got
talking
Bell-
and his hand was he was
got
just
Bell
like this
palsy
for
or
like
balls palsy?
5 minutes.
Yeah, this is what we gotta say to Isaiah.
Go home and get your fucking shine
Shut the
box.
fuck up, Isaiah.
Yo, real quick. Let me say this though. Yeah, that's just some funny shit though. Yeah, Rod, you a funny motherfucker. I go.
Yeah, that shit is hilarious, man.
You know what? Y'all kind of convinced me. How you gonna talk shit using the Knicks front office, sexually harassing bitches allegedly? You done choked your fucking coach out. You was one of the wildest niggas on the court. You know what I'm saying? And you was fucking kiss Magic in the mouth. That's just crazy.
Before Magic got the cure, like when it was still like you scared. Everybody was scared, but now
He was kissing him in '89. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's crazy. But
get the fuck out of here, man.
He's probably scared he got the monster too. He was like, "Damn, let me get tested, man. I've been kissing this guy so much."
And he choked his coach.
Brandon Malone, right?
He choked that assistant coach, Brendan Malone, and you saw Chuck Daly was like, Chuck Daly laughed about that shit on the court.
They was wild back then. John Sally, Rodman, Bill Lambert, they was on one back then. But let me say this.
Edwards.
And now he had the nerve to bring him and his big vagina out here, holding his vagina, talking shit about LeBron shooting chest naked.
Just going off the rails.
Chest naked LeBron.
Yo, Rob's wild.
No way. Yo, fucking Beijing dripping off his fucking do-rag and shit. But yo,
burning his retina. You know what I'm saying? His eyes is burning. Like, that nigga's tearing up because he's crying because the Beijing is burning. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, pack him up. Yo, get Zeke the fuck out of here. Why would you even this is y'all fault for bringing this shit up as a part of the show. Like,
yo, listen. Hold up. But let me say this, man. Let me try to get it together.
Yeah, let's bring it back. All right.
David Stern, you guys made a lot of good points. David Stern's NBA is different than Adam Silver's NBA. Let's get that out the way.
That was a great point. That was a great point, Q.
You know what I'm saying?
That's accurate as fuck.
We had the dress clothes stipend, right? Somebody brought this up. At the Allen Iverson definitely changed the way fucking they do business. Not that I'm saying I agree, but the baggy shit, the chains, the hat to the back, the braids, the tattoos. We was fucking with it because we from that culture. But you look at some of I'm gonna just say respectfully, the older white people, that's probably a turnoff. You know what I'm saying? That's probably a turnoff. But I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to LeBron, right? And that's where the professionalism comes in. It don't bother me.
All the white people.
Because look, I look at shit different. Like the do rag, and like you say, somebody said you can go down the block and see that. That's what we like. I don't give a fuck. Nigga got the do rag on. That's park shit. We be in, you know what I mean? You know the sweaty nigga dribbling all up on you and shit with no shirt on. I hate that shit. But pause. But like I don't have a problem with that. But I do agree. The messenger, he was probably not the right guy to deliver that. But still, in all, I mean, it's our culture. I would say if you checked, I don't know the exact stats, but if you checked, the demo and the marketing demo on the NBA, I would think that more black people watch the NBA than white people. I don't know that for a fact, but I just know who I congregate with and who I talk with. Barbershop shit, block shit, us, all that shit. We don't like. I don't got an issue with that shit. You know what I'm saying? You look at the baseball players. They come out with all that fucking baseball's. If I was an athlete, I want to play baseball because I want the wild chain, the bracelet.
I was talking about baseball now. Baseball coming back on the low. Baseball.
Yeah, niggas is getting niggas is wild fresh.
Right, but Cash, you said something. Cash, you said something that resonated, right?
Yeah.
And you're right. More people that are watching basketball from their homes and that create that is you're right, black, right?
I would think. I don't know if it's black, but I would think
it's possible. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna lean into that moment. Who's
and
in
young,
the
black and young.
Right. Who's in the arenas though?
The young white kids, because they could afford to go to the games.
But the young white kids follow what we do. We set the trends hip hop wise. Young white kids ain't listening to Taylor Swift. They listen to Migos.
Stay with me.
You feel me?
Stay with me
they
for a
all
second.
listen to Taylor. Don't say that.
Here.
Get your shoulders down. Talk about Taylor. Don't talk about Taylor like that.
Yeah, don't talk about Taylor.
This podcast
young white kids ain't buying the fucking tickets. Who is? The white moms.
Yeah.
So we piss them off. Guess what? We lose.
Yeah.
And that's the mindset.
Come on, let me ask you a real question. Then. Since you said you're right, we lose the white moms, we lose the bread. What white mom? Again, I'm gonna say this clearly. I'm gonna add color into this just for the purity of your take, Jay. What white mom doesn't want to see LeBron James with no shirt on?
Chest naked.
They're gonna bring the white women will bring their husbands to that and say, "Babe, take a picture of me next to LeBron without his shirt on."
You're thinking Jay's thinking of the white dads.
Maybe
that's who he's probably thinking of.
You
know what I'm saying?
Mom.
The white man being intimidated by the brolic black nigga, the chest naked black nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's probably who's probably upset. The white moms is probably like you said, probably loving that shit.
Hell yeah, they
listen here, King. The white man is always gonna love what we bring to the table too. So he wants to see that too. The white man wants to see it.
But they're innately, and I don't want to get too deep into the woods. They're innately scared of us. You know how that goes. No, but that's a fact though.
But I at the end of the day,
all our white subscribers is gone after this shit. But it's all
good. Guys, we just vote ourselves the fuck out the algorithm.
We love you, white people. Come on, don't go.
We just vote ourselves right the fuck out of the algorithm. It's over.
I think